If there truly is an American dream story in the NBA, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Giannis just came off a huge 42-point playoff performance that propelled him to beat the Boston Celtics.
All right, watch this. Watch the drop step. See, once he makes that big step, you're in trouble. Watch this now. Just watch this. Look at the distance, and he splits down inside.
And his dominance just makes guys like Skip Bayless look so stupid.
That's a dangerous act. That is breaking the code.
Now, I'm pretty sure most of you guys know Giannis' story by now. You've seen how he's developed. It's taken a lot of time.
Another rookie coming in from Milwaukee, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I'm an all-around player. I can jump, I can shoot, I can pass the ball. I can do everything in the court.
And what separates him from his peers is not just the confidence he has, but it's also the humility he carries himself with.
But I want myself to stay humble. You know, I feel like the more humble I get and the more hungry I stay, the more things I can accomplish.
And this all just makes it so satisfying seeing him being at the top of the NBA echelon.
What was at stake and what did that game tell you?
That Giannis is the guy in the NBA. The NBA is his. Like, I'm giving him the crown right now.
I know I've already made a video on this, but we gotta touch base with this game against the Nets because it really did show us how much better Giannis was than KD.
And we had a classic matchup between KD and Giannis, and it was that man, Giannis, who came out on top.
They were trailing by as much as 9 points in the fourth. Giannis with a crazy step back three to come back and tie the game.
In this game, as you mentioned, doing it in ways that he's been criticized for. The free throws, 2 for 2 when he needed them. The three-point shot off a weird little broken play. That wasn't just a catch and shoot easy three. That was a tough three, and he hit it with confidence to take the game into overtime.
You see the way he was dancing on Andre Drummond at the end? Like, that kind of reminds you of KD to the degree. You're like, wait a second, you've added a step back three? You can shoot off the dribble now? This is where your game is ascending to?
And how did KD respond? Oh, he tried making a shot to try to close out the game, and he just couldn't make it. It's eerily similar to last year.
What did you see last night?
I just told you.
He outplayed him.
I just told you.
Kyrie ain't got vaccinated. Kyrie ain't gonna get vaccinated.
Yep, okay.
Oh, they only played this many games together. Giannis outplayed Kevin Durant.
Now, right here, KD does get fouled by Wesley Matthews, and Skip Bayless, for some reason, just fixates on this so much.
This is LeBron James' worst nightmare. You're down 2 at the line late in the game, and you got to make 3 free throws. And look what he did. He stepped up there.
He lost the game.
He is the clutchest free throw shooter we've ever seen.
It's funny how Skip doesn't mention the clutch free throws Giannis made to win the game after he got fouled right there by Kevin Durant. I mean, it's like Skip really doesn't want to face the facts here.
He was otherworldly because he's the best player on this planet, and he's clearly better than Giannis because if you switch places last year, there is no way Giannis would have won 3 games. What a clutch shot. It would have gone down as one of the greatest clutch shots ever.
Game.
He made it. Right on.
And just like last year, Kevin Durant misses a shot to win the game in overtime. And Skip Bayless, man, you just cannot get over it. Giannis being the first player with 40 points, 10 rebounds on 65% shooting in consecutive games.
Who wears the crown in the NBA right now?
Giannis is the best in the world. I don't know how you can refute it.
That noise you hear, that beep, 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 are all of the people bagging up me saying that that's the best player in basketball. And by the way, he's 5-0. His last handful of times playing against KD for whatever that's worth.
You know, I do feel bad for KD. First it was LeBron James being the best player. Now it's Giannis. It's like he's never had a shot at being number one. I don't think he's ever been at the number 1 spot.
He's going to tie Shaq this year for 4 seasons in a row of averaging over 25 points and 55% from the field or better.
He's incredible, and I don't really know what we do with this most dominant, most skilled. There's this idea that Giannis is not as skilled as these other players, and I think what people mean by that is his handle and his jumper maybe don't look like Kevin Durant. I mean, I guess.
You got James Harden and his stupid harpies just parroting that same lie over and over. I mean, it's just so obvious at this point that Giannis is so much more skilled than these guys give him credit for. He's in the MVP conversation for a reason.
Is he the MVP this year? Is it when all is said and done, is he going to win this thing?
Like I said to you before, I still have Jokic 1. I have Giannis 2. I have Embiid 3.
And it's funny, the more things change, the more they say the same. Giannis' first playoff appearance was against the Bulls in the first round in 2015. And this year in 2022, he plays the Bulls in the first round.
So in Chicago, I cannot believe the officials in this game. Now that's interesting because I went to the box score. The Bulls shot 32%. And then 18% on three-point shots and scored 86 points. But yeah, by all means, it's the refs.
DeRozan shoots 6 of 25, and people have the audacity to say the refs rigged it.
DeMar DeRozan had a big-time game the other night. Caruso's back in the lineup.
Okay, thankfully for the Bulls, this time DeRozan, he was on it, man.
DeRozan down the lane, hangs and hits.
DeRozan would end up scoring over 40 points in this game. Clutch shots to win the game as well. On Giannis, too.
Shannon, are you hanging in with your pick as the Bucks to win it all despite Chris's injury?
I'm not. Giannis is going to give you the numbers, but DeRozan can match him point for point.
Oh boy, now Skip is loving this. Giannis now with an uphill battle.
Milwaukee is showing vulnerability. I just think this is one of those situations where Giannis reminds the world who the hell he is.
And I wish guys like Shannon realized this, man. I don't know why he didn't think that Giannis was going to show up in the next game.
The winner of the Nets and Celtics series, they're going to play the winner of the Bulls and the Bucks series, and that's starting to look a lot like it is going to be the Milwaukee Bucks.
All of a sudden, the Bucks, without Middleton, are stepping up on all facets of the game, defensively, offensively. Giannis being the facilitator he is, scoring at a high level as well. I mean, Grayson Allen having 27 points, that's insane. And Giannis, 32 points, 17 rebounds, 7 assists.
So Giannis was dominant again yesterday as he recorded another 30-point, 10-rebound, 5-assist game. That puts him in the same category as LeBron and Larry Bird in terms of racking up postseason performances like that.
And did you really think the Bucks are going to lose this series? Oh, Middleton's not playing. You know who is, though? Come on, Giannis is playing. All-time best player in the Bucks history at this point. He's all-time leading scoring in Bucks history, and he's there facilitating too. This is a dangerous team.
Bucks beat the Bulls 4-1 in 5.
And so it's really interesting to look back. You know, the Bulls beat the Bucks 4-2 in the series in 2015. This year, Giannis beats the Bulls 4-1. And it really does go to show you guys, man, who would you build a franchise around if you had to repick?
So who would you pick? Start your franchise with right now.
Easy. I'm starting my franchise with Giannis Antetokounmpo, baby.
I was about to say.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
It's so obvious. What he's done to the city of Milwaukee, what he's done as a person is just amazing.
Of course, he's a good basketball player, but he's a real gentleman. Who would have thought one person could do so much, huh? And he does it, and he's gracious. He's not a bragger.
Giannis, man, it's beautiful seeing the fans show him love with this mural, and it's beautiful to see that a lot of the fans believe that they can repeat even without Middleton being able to play.
So I went with the Celtics in 7 because, as you mentioned, the Middleton injury. And that's huge.
But there were still some doubts. And Giannis, well, he just erased those doubts very quickly.
Williams, stout defense, threw it to himself. Oh, he's eviscerating the Celtics inside. Wow.
This isn't KD we're talking about. This is Giannis.
Giannis had a triple-double in Game 1, 24-12 with 13 assists in the win.
Is Giannis, like LeBron, a Boston Celtics killer?
He reminded me of LeBron because the way he was able to influence that game without playing his greatest on offense.
And if KD fans didn't understand it before this series began, they surely know it now, man. Giannis is just a different breed.
Carter was 1 or 2 from the 3. Holiday was 3 or 5 from the 3. So when you get Giannis, Giannis is going to be Giannis, Skip. And everybody say, build a wall, build a wall. Skip, he's a different guy.
Easy double teams, easy reads, and he's such a great passer now. He's going to punish that every time.
His game keeps leveling up, and the criticisms of him keep waning and fading and just becoming weaker.
Even if you want to diminish the championship that he had last year, as people always try to do, 50 points, 16 rebounds in Game 6 where he closes it out.
Giannis, he's dribbling too much, he's going to the wall. He just kept coming.
They don't talk about the wall anymore.
They don't.
And it's guys like Skip Bayless that really end up looking like the fools here because Giannis, he's just going to keep leveling up. He's just going to keep pounding it inside.
So now back to the quote-unquote best player on the planet, says Shannon
Say it
Sharp.
again. Say it again with your chest out.
I couldn't see it. He made only 9 of 25 shots. That means he missed 16 shots yesterday?
Yeah.
Now this is where we have to give some credit to the Celtics defense. They've played phenomenal.
Celtics have done a great job containing Giannis as he's missed 15 shots in each game on any shot outside of 5 feet. Giannis is shooting just 20%, 6 of 30.
And in game 2, yeah, we did see the Celtics dominating, not just on offense, but on defense, with Grant Williams being on Giannis, Horford at times, and they really made it hard on Giannis and the Bucks to win this game.
Yeah, he's still the best player on the planet. Boston is making it very, very difficult on him. They're the best defensive team in basketball, and we knew it was going to be tough.
If Giannis is still the best player on the planet must be Pluto, because I'm not seeing it on planet Earth.
And I know all the doubters, their argument was, Giannis shooting 20 of 52? I mean, he's not playing no better than KD, and it's like, that's not even true.
Like, one time he threw a howitzer. One time he threw a howitzer. He went under the basket and did this hook shot howitzer pass. Like, I thought it was going to take the guy's head off who he threw it to. I mean, he was incredible in that game.
He's really good. He's really good. I agree.
He's the best player on the planet.
And I think there's a good reason for that being the truth.
Bud said that he's like, Giannis always figures it out. I tried to figure it out.
The likelihood of someone getting 40 points and they're being efficient while doing it is just not going to happen.
And Giannis, man, he's been figuring it out since game 3 is played, and he had himself a monster game, just showing us why he's indeed the best player in the world.
I said Jokic. So now everybody thinks I'm a Giannis hater.
You know what's your problem?
The answer,
you're worried about what other people
no, listen,
think. You
the answer is absolutely. Giannis is the best player in basketball right now. Giannis is the best player in basketball.
That was easy, though, JJ. You could have answered that real easy.
JJ was put in this tough spot with Embiid. Look, I can't blame him from saying what he said. But Giannis, man, he's just, proving that assessment wrong. And JJ now knows who's the best.
Watch this now. Just watch this. Look at the distance, and he splits down inside.
Oh, yeah, Giannis, man. When he goes inside, it's just beautiful, man. He's just pounding it. And he knew, man, he should not have been settling that much. And what he did was just give it to him, bully them.
Here on ABC, final minute in the fourth quarter. That's Giannis Antetokounmpo.
So yeah, Shannon, he did get 40 points in this game. It's really interesting to look back. Now I gotta address this video by Colin Cowherd, man.
Giannis or Kevin Durant?
Giannis.
So he's stacking up the grades against Giannis to see who he'd pick.
Giannis or Steph Curry?
Tough, but I would take Giannis. I'm going to roll the dice on Giannis.
Let's just say I already disagree with this one.
Giannis or James Harden?
Easy. Harden's peak was really quick.
So far, I agree with Giannis over KD and Harden.
Giannis or Shaq?
I'm going to go Shaq here.
I love Giannis, but it's people like Colin that really makes us look very bad here.
First of all, Duncan had a lot more help. Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, and maybe the best coach of his generation. I mean, Garnett was great, but he wasted so many years on bad teams.
So Giannis over Duncan because he had help, and Giannis over KG because he had no help? Alright, let's just see what he has to say about Kobe.
So Kobe was a very good defender for about 5 years. But early on in his career and late, he wasn't.
Oh my god, oh my god. Okay, so I gotta address some of the things that were said post-game because, yeah, it's outlandish, it's ridiculous.
By the way, the officiating on some of those calls, particularly that Marcus Smart, that's a 3-point shot.
And still, Boston almost won this game, and they should have won this game.
I've never seen this much complaining about the officiating in the playoff series, in the playoff year than this year. I mean, this is just outrageous to me. And Skip Bayless, man, he is so weird, man.
One play that I have to bring up because it drove me crazy.
So he's trying to tell, oh my, I can't believe we're talking about this. He's trying to tell us that this play right here where Giannis, ends up trying to block Tatum but hits his elbow on the face, that's the same as the Dylan Brooks play where he hit Garrett Payton. It's so bad. That play was so egregious. I don't even think I can show you this on YouTube, man.
Like I said, Milwaukee is at home, and they shoot 17 fewer free throws than the Celtics. And the Celtics are complaining about foul. Bruh, how many more free throws you want to shoot?
They had 17 free throws to Milwaukee's 0 in the final 16 minutes. That's ridiculous. And then the people that called the NBA soft are the same people now saying Giannis is too physical. What is going on here?
He was the reason. He started to play bully ball. He realized, I'm not going to shoot jumpers. I'm going to take it to the basket every single time.
It's like all this squirming around. Just embrace the fact that Giannis is the best.
Can you just embrace what you witnessed with Giannis, the best player in the NBA?
Yeah, I can't embrace today's officiating.
You see what I mean, guys? When Skip Bayless is confronted with facts, he just squirms away because he has this hate boner for Giannis.
Let him just go one-on-one sometimes against Wes Matthews. Wes Matthews can't guard him. He's a good defender. He can't guard Jason Tatum one-on-one.
If this series taught me anything, it's that a lot can happen that we just don't expect. Matthews as the primary defender giving Jason Tatum a hard time in Game 3.
So for me, yes, I do believe that should have been a 3-shot, an opportunity for Smart to tie the ball game up.
Now to address the officiating in the last 2 minutes. So the 2-minute report came out, and I just want to say, man, there were some calls on the Bucks, like Giannis when he held Horford and restricted his freedom of motion. And then you have this play here. People thought Giannis traveled here. He didn't. And Jaylen Brown actually fouled Giannis when he tried to put up a shot, but the referees didn't call it. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Now here, Jrue Holiday holding the ball for over 5 seconds. The referees don't call it, but according to the referee's last 2-minute reports, it should have been called. Now pay attention to Al Horford here, just, camping in the paint, staying there for a long time. Yeah, that should have been a defensive free second violation. They didn't call it. Yeah, not looking good for the Celtics, man. A lot of missed calls. And right here, Jason Tatum, people thought Jrue Holiday shoved him off as an offensive foul. Actually, it was Jason Tatum that grabbed his arm as he was falling. That was the offensive foul. They didn't call it. And Marcus Smart, they actually said that this was the correct call. The referees did not, in fact, make the wrong call. And so, look, regardless of what happens in the series, Game 4, Game 5, this could go 7, man. I really do think this could go 7. But with Giannis playing the way he does, it just makes guys like Skip Bayless look stupid. And all the complaining about the refs, just shut your mouth.
Wait, hold on. How much does it cost if I take Mr. Dan? Is Mr. Dan here? No? Barry, how much does it cost if I say something, a comment about the ref? Is it 20,000? It's a lot of money, eh? So I should not do it. I save my money. I gotta pay for diapers. I just gotta play through it. We all gotta play through it.